Hey beautiful, so today I'm going to be giving you my biggest secret to self-love. There are 5 practical steps that have completely changed my life and I'm going to share them with you today. From when I was little, I experienced comparison. I might be an only child, but I didn't even need siblings to be compared to other kids. I was always the one who didn't do enough, didn't get the best grades, could have done better. There was never a time where I was just appreciated for being me. When you're constantly compared to other kids and you feel like what you're doing is clearly not good enough, it's very difficult to have that belief in yourself and therefore self-love. After dealing with this comparison and judgment towards myself for most of my life, I realized that I needed to do something about it. And these 5 things really helped me get out of that state and made me start seeing myself as worthy. The first thing I did was write down a list of things that I liked and didn't like about myself and why. You would be surprised how much of a difference it makes when you see things right in front of you and you're reading them out loud after you write them and seeing how you really feel about yourself. It can be very confronting. Maybe you thought that everything was going to be on the don't like list and you find out that you actually have quite a few things on the like about yourself list. So this is really going to open your eyes to how you see yourself, because it's not all good, but it's also not all bad. Looking at why you wrote those statements about yourself and where they stem from. Is it from school? Is it from your parents?
I'm a cool mom. Right, Regina?
Is it from social media? Is it from what people have told you, whether they were strangers or someone you actually know closely? The thing about beliefs is that they come from somewhere. It could be your interpretation of a situation or words someone actually said to you verbatim. But the beauty of it is, once you find out where it started, you can choose if you really do believe that. It's going to take some time until you get comfortable with questioning whether they should still be your beliefs or whether you should let them go, and if they're even really relevant. Number 4, don't be a hater. That does not mean just online. It means if you're walking on the street, looking at people, don't start forming judgments of them in your mind. Don't say like, oh, I don't like what she's wearing, or she's ugly, or she's fat, or whatever else your brain comes up with, because that is a statement that reminds you that you're still comparing yourself. As long as you compare yourself, it's very, very difficult to actually love yourself as you are, because you're always ranking yourself against better or worse. Where do you stand? Don't be a hater in the comment section, writing something hurtful or nasty to get attention, to make yourself feel better. For whatever other reason, don't do it. If you're tempted to do that, just pause, maybe write it in your notes.
Dear Diary.
And then delete it. You don't need to actually post it and allow people to see that and the creator to see that, because it's not going to make your life better. You might feel like you have the upper hand in that moment, but all it's going to do is it's going to remind you that you're judging other people. And when you judge other people, you judge yourself. So the harsher you are on other people, the harsher you are on yourself. Doesn't matter if you believe it's true or not. Whatever it is that you have to say, if it's not going to help another person, it's not going to help you. Number 3, make time for yourself. That means finding a hobby, something that makes you feel good just for doing it. Make sure it's something that does not create that competition. It's okay to do something without expecting results or wanting to get good at it or wanting validation from it. Just doing something because it feels good. We're taught that life is about competition and there will always be someone better than you and someone worse than you. And you want to eliminate as much of that as possible from your hobbies, because it's everywhere around you.
Spy has a new documentary about competitive tickling.
So you don't need to create more competition for yourself when you're supposed to just be enjoying yourself and having a good time. Number 2, practice self-love affirmations and guided meditations. Lots of the I am good enough, I love myself, I am beautiful, I am special, I am perfect as I am. You might not believe it, but just listen to it anyway. You have had so much programming telling you that you're not good enough. You need to go to the complete opposite end of the spectrum where you're actually listening to things that probably sound absolutely ridiculous and crazy, but just continue listening to them and you will start believing it. It sounds really strange that I'm asking you to do something that doesn't make any sense, but you need to immerse yourself in things that you don't believe so that in time you will end up believing them. Because a lot of the programming you received that told you to compare yourself and to judge yourself and to judge others, that was repeated over and over.
Detention.
And that was a lot of it out of your control. So now that you're doing this for yourself, you are in control of the new beliefs that you build. So you need to repeat them over and over. And you need to do it and not really think too much about it. Just listen to it. A lot of subliminal messaging, whether it's before you go to sleep, first thing in the morning, whenever you want. Even if you don't believe it, it's like some sort of fictional story. Just listen to it, and in time, something will start to click. And number 1, my favorite music. There are so many songs out there that can make you feel empowered. Everybody is different, so you've got to find your jam. You've got to find, wow, I just said jam, like what am I, 50? But, but you have to find the vibe that works for you and the genre that you enjoy. So find songs that make you feel like, yes, I am that bitch. Like I am her, I am whoever I want to be and unstoppable and whatever it is. Like for me, Sia, Unstoppable is super powerful. Whenever I'm feeling down or just feeling like I am judging others, it tells me that I need to empower myself. And that song is so amazing because it tells you that you are unstoppable. And it might sound really cheesy and exaggerated, but words like that are so, so powerful. They are associated with positive imagery, and you can just picture someone who can do anything they want and can achieve anything they want. And that's what it's about, creating that image of the person you need to believe that you are.
I'm sexy, I'm cute.
Whatever song you choose needs to be a reminder of what it is that maybe you don't necessarily believe about yourself in that moment or have never believed about yourself. Even if it seems really cheesy and crazy and cringy, find some music that makes you feel good. It doesn't necessarily need to have words like unstoppable. It just needs to create that feeling of empowerment inside you. And that's going to be different for everybody. So you have to find what works for you. So those are the 5 practical steps that I took and actually continue to take to this day to really fill myself up with that self-love and reprogram my subconscious mind so that I don't keep listening to those voices from when I was little that say that I need to compare myself and that I'm not good enough and blah, 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 blah. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time. Mwah. Bye.